The Timmy Chang Show on ESPN Honolulu, KHI, and KHON2 is brought to you by Hawaii Pacific Health, HCAM, Enjoy Snacks, HGEA, Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union, Ruby Tuesday, IBEW Local 1186, PVT Land Company, Popeyes, Castle Resorts and Hotels, and Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union.
Game time in Manoa. Touchdown, Hawaii! All right, welcome to Ruby Tuesday, Moanalua for the Timmy Chang Show, everybody. The Rainbow Warriors are 3-1. How about that? And how about a big welcome for Coach Timmy Chang, the best start for Coach Timmy since his tenure. All right, we got lots to go over tonight. We want your text, so go ahead and send your questions to 808-296-1420. If you plan on calling in, we're going to take those calls after our special guests about halfway through the show. And tonight we have a pair of Bishop Gorman stars, Cam Barfield on offense and Elijah Palmer on defense. So if you have any questions for these guys, feel free to text in those as well. All right, let's get started. Matchup against Portland State. Hawaii defeated Portland State this past weekend, if you didn't already know. And Coach, you now have the longest winning streak at 4 games in a row dating back to last season. For a full recap, here's H12 Sports Director Rob DeMello.
How's it going, everybody? After a week of cautionary tales, 25 years after being stunned by Portland State, the University of Hawaii football team avoided history repeating itself, improving to 3-1 on the season with a homecoming victory this past Saturday, extending the program's win streak against FCS opponents to 24 games. Rainbow Warriors, for the second straight outing, turned to junior quarterback Luke Weaver, who controlled the offense in place of the injured Micah Alihado, as QB2 avoided turnovers and overcame a whopping 138 yards in team penalties by posting 270 total yards with 2 touchdown passes to running back Cam Barfield. Place kicker Kansei Matsuzawa remained perfect on the season, going 3 for 3 on kicks at 35-plus yards. And on defense, Elijah Palmer led the charge, recording 7 tackles and an interception as UH held the Vikings out of the end zone in a 23-3 win. Warriors moved to 3-1, earning a victory and learning lessons in the process with Mountain West play on the horizon.
I feel like we're growing. As the years go on, this is year 2 of the defense for everybody. And I just feel like if we keep going and keep watching the film and keep getting around each other, it's just going to grow even more. We're a defense that strives for perfection, and so we're going to chase that every single time.
You know, we have big goals this season, very big goals, and, you know, we're trying to reach them. So starting the conference play is nothing but exciting for us. 3-1, I can't thank God enough for going 3-1, but this just gives us so much momentum going into the conference play. And we come back on Monday, we're going to get ready for that.
Now, with a third of the season in the books, the 3-1 Bows now open conference play, and it's a big one against longtime arch rival Fresno State in the Bulldogs' final season as members of the Mountain West. Kickoff on Saturday night is set for 6 in Manoa. And remember, a new episode of Hawaii Football Final runs every Sunday night at 7 on the KHON Plus app, with a TV rebroadcast Tuesday nights at 9:30 on KHON2. For the Timmy Chang Show, I'm Rob DeMello, KHON2 Sports.
All right, thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. Coach, 3-1, coming off of a win, starting conference play. How are you feeling?
Yeah, this is a big week.
It is.
Yeah, it's a big week. And so, as we looked at our schedule and where we're at right now, heading into the first game of the conference, having it be at home here at Clarence T.C. Chang against a familiar and a very worthy, great opponent in Fresno State. It's and both teams are 3-1, and so they're playing really good ball. we're where we need to be and continue to grow. And so it's very exciting.
All right, we're going to dive into a bunch of topics. Let's start with the quarterback position. Luke Weaver got his second start at quarterback for Hawaii. Did a pretty decent job. He was 26 of 42 for 240 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. He got sacked twice, no turnovers.
Yeah, I thought Luke did a great job these last 2 games. Just looking at the overall body of work, the kid comes here in January, completely buys into what we're doing, and quickly starts to understand, the run and shoot offense. And so, we're very lucky to have him, and for him to trust in us as coaches to come and be here, to play for the state of Hawaii, to play with the guys in the locker room. He did a great job.
And he also ran the ball for 30 yards. That I know helped because having a mobile quarterback who feels the pressure is just so it's another dimension that he adds to the whole game.
He does. When our quarterbacks use their legs, especially when defenses are trying to get underneath our routes, rerouting guys, trying to get to the seams, get to the flats. They're an X factor inside there. But Luke is athletic, and he has a diverse part in that game. He picked up a couple big third downs for us, using his legs, and kept people honest. But just really impressed about what he did these last 2 games and the experience that he learned and gained under his belt to kind of be able to go back now and watch Micah and also be ready to take the helmet if need.
And you named Micah Alejado the starter this week on, I believe, Sunday. I wasn't expecting you to say anything early, but you did. Your thoughts on doing that so early.
Yeah, Micah's our guy, and we had 2 practices throwing, and he looked sharp, and so we miss him, and it was good to have Luke in there, but Micah's the guy, and he's going to go out there and give us a chance to win games, and we love having him back, man. He looks sharp at practice.
Just so that everybody knows, there are new rules in college football now that actually tell the coaches they have to let the opposing teams know about injuries or guys that may or may not be playing, especially in conference. They don't have to do it in non-conference games, but they do have to do it at a certain time prior to games. So for all of you to know that, I think that'll give you a better idea why Coach just said, we're going to just go ahead and say it. We're not going to hold it. Mike Alejado's the guy. And so that might have answered some questions for those that are texting in. QB1 feels ready to go. Here's what he said at practice this week.
We flew back from Arizona that Sunday and woke up on Monday, and I felt it, and I was like, it's I'm not putting the team in the best position to win. And, we sat down and talked about it and thought the 2 weeks would help me a lot, and sat down with the trainers and, what the recovery process would look like. And, it's paying off really well, and it's helping out a lot. It's been a long process, just rehabbing it and getting it stronger, but, I feel like I'm probably as close to 100% as I can be. Now it's just getting it back strong, getting the muscles going, but other than that, I feel great and excited to go again.
Is he as mobile as we hoped it was when he started against Stanford?
Yeah, he's going to be all right. He'll be able to go and make decisions and put the ball where he needs to put it. And then if things, break down or we use him in run game, I mean, those are all things that are on the table. And so, he's ready to go.
Okay. We're going to talk about defense in our next segment, but there are some questions coming in that regard the offense. So let's go ahead and ask it. Why did your offensive line struggle blocking against the 3-man rush?
Yeah, usually in drop 8 coverages, there's like 4-2. There's 4 guys. There's 4 double teams. And so, in coverage, those things, those are like coverage sacks, trying to find guys. And so, having a plan for rush 3 type defenses was on the main priority this week. And so, I think as we went into the office on Monday, we answered some of those issues.
Perfect. Okay. We're going to go to break here in just a second. When we come back, we're going to talk defense. We're going to get to more text messages. But first, you know what time it is. Random questions. Okay. If football had a talent show, who on your team would win and what would their act be? Do you guys have a talent show in fall camp?
We used to, and then we just focused on winning.
Just so you know, I used to win the talent shows back when I played.
I know Steven Side's going to like this one. When I was a freshman, when we had to do it.
No, you did not act like Steven.
I was Steven.
Oh, I wish he was here tonight. Okay, but who on your team would win, and what would their act be? Quick.
I don't know.
Oh, we'll give him time to think about it. These random questions.
You know what we do? We actually we have a nice speaker, a University of Hawaii speaker. And we give them a mic, and all the rookies have to come up and sing a song, and we play like karaoke, like we have the song playing and it goes, okay. And so there's some good ones. There's some good acts in there.
We'll be back after this quick break. More on the Timmy Chang Show with Stephen Tsai after this.
This is the Timmy Chang Show, presented by ESPN Honolulu, K-High, and KHON2.
All right, welcome back to Ruby Tuesday for the Timmy Chang Show. Don't forget, if you want to catch this show in its TV broadcast, you can catch it on K-High at 6 p.m. on Thursday, and then the rebroadcast on KHON at 8 p.m. this week. So a little time difference there. But, of course, you can always text in right now live here on the radio, 808-296-1420. And if you're planning on calling, we're going to get to those a little bit later in the show. Let's get back to Portland State real quick. Coach, Kansei Matsuzawa, it was really cool to see the kanji on his jersey. I think everybody's loving that.
Yeah, it was really cool. I thought, the guy is he puts a lot into his craft, man.
Yeah.
And his representation of Japan and his family. I mean, it's really special. And if you guys get a chance to meet him and talk to him, what a great young man. And so really excited for him and how he's been playing.
He's becoming somewhat of a superstar around these parts. He was a perfect 3 for 3 on field goals and a perfect in PATs. Named Conference Special Teams Player of the Week for the second time in four games. That's a big thing right there for him, and well deserving. 2 of the 3 field goals that he hit were career longs. Now, if you remember, he was 41 yards long. Coming into the season, he hit a 43-yarder last week, and then this week he hit a 44-yarder to up it, and then a 47-yarder to up that. He continues to get better.
Yeah, he's clutch for us right now, and we just want him to keep him in that mind space and just continue to be elite.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to tell people how many yards he's back in warm-ups, because I don't want there to be a high expectation. I want him to just continue to grow as a kicker. And, you know, he reminds me of a guy who was so important for our team way back when I played, Jason Elam. He was, you know, he was money, and so far Conce is just money. He was the bright spot. There were some down spots, however. There were 13 penalties, not to down the mood here, but let's talk about it because it is a thing. 13 penalties for 138 yards. I broke it down for you in case you wanted to hear it. You might already know it. 10 penalties on offense for 104 yards, 2 face masks, 1 personal foul, 1 unsportsmanlike, 3 holding penalties, and 3 false starts. 2 touchdowns were called back, both by Brandon White. That hurts.
Yeah, anytime you have penalties, which is something we talk about, we've been talking about since January, never good. And, you know, we got to clean them up. We got to be better. There's 2 on that play right there alone on a crackback block. And, you know, and it's judgmental. I mean, our guy uses his hand, but it looks like he lunges his head forward on the guy that he can't see. And then another guy's out of phase. And so, you know, just got to clean them up. That's, you know, for us, especially – and the goals that we have and what we're trying to do, penalties don't help, you know, and having 13 penalties, you're trying to give the game away, and that's not what we want to do. So,
can I just say that Brandon White, we already knew he was fast. I knew he was fast, but when I saw them turn the corner on that jet sweep, man, did he turned it into another gear, and it seemed even though guys had the angle on him that they weren't even near him.
Yeah, you know, special player, you know, and so there's a locker room full of them, and then our job is to put them in the best position. But you know, we got to play great 11-man football. All the guys, you know, they know this. We talk about it. It's like, you know, when you're out there, you're one of those 11. You represent all of us, not just you guys. You represent the guys on the sideline. You know, the alumni. You know, the alumni that came before this whole state. And so, you know, what is our identity? What are we putting out there on film, and how do we want to play? And so, those guys are reminded constantly.
Yeah. And I'm reminded right now, because you said so, it was homecoming. It was the earliest that we've ever played homecoming. Let's talk defense real quick. UH defense held Portland State without a touchdown. The last time Hawaii was able to do that and not allow an opponent to score a touchdown was back in 2019 when Hawaii beat Nevada 54-3. UH held Portland State to opponent season lows in total yards, 230, and rushing only 41 yards, spoiling the return of Punahou grad John Kiave Sangapolo-Telly. The defense they played really well.
They did. They you know, I think early on there were just a couple throws in there that quick throws that John was getting off and kept the chains moving. But you know, other than that, they were lights out. I mean, 40 yards rushing and you know, a turnover and constant punting and a great third down percentage. Yeah. I mean, those are all great things. I thought they tackled well. I thought they flew around to the ball well. And the defense does a great job under Coach Dennis Thurman.
Yeah, absolutely. And holding a team to under 200 yards again in passing, especially when you know that the team has a quarterback that wants to throw the football, you know that the plan was right.
Yeah, you know, them understanding, you know, what type of quarterback John was, you know, what type of offense. You know, they were pretty spread, a little bit dynamic in what they were doing and showing the last couple of weeks. But, you know, Coach put a good game plan together. The boys executed. They flew around. You know, they took it personal, and they wanted to get around the ball. They love John. I love John, you know, but you know, for those 3 hours, you know, they were really trying to get after him and put pressure on him and really take away and smother some of those areas that they wanted to throw, especially quick game wise, and then you know, being able to stop the run. I think continuously our front seven, our D tackles, our D ends, and our linebackers continue to do well, and then our snipers, our safeties, they come to play, and so they got a good thing going right now, and we just want to keep them steady, keep them in the right place, and you know, on offense, you know, people didn't know we had 4 starters down, so you know, when you have 4 starters down, you want to make sure that, you know, the other parts step up, and the defense stepped up, so it was really nice.
I was going to say, there were a few guys that looked like they didn't like John Kiave so much. In fact, it looked like he stole their lunch money, and that was Langafuaina, Jamar Sakona, Quinn Williams, and Jackie Johnson. They each had a sack or a partial sack. So pretty good there. You guys were able to get to the quarterback. Don't forget the TV broadcast Thursday, 6 o'clock on K-High, Friday, 8 p.m. on KHON. Random question time. Here we go, real quick. Do we have time? Yes, we're going to do it real quick. If football had it, I think I did that one. No. Oh, yes, I did. Shucks. Okay, wait. That's okay. You never really answered it, so I was going to ask it again. But it's okay. We'll get to something here in a minute. I'm being told that we have to go to break.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Coming up next, we get the pleasure of having a guy who had a really good game on offense from Bishop Gorman. Up next with me, Cam Barfield. This is the Timmy Chang Show.
This is the Timmy Chang Show, presented by ESPN Honolulu, K-High, and KHON2.
All right, our first guest led Bishop Gorman to 2 state championships, a 3-star recruit out of Nevada. Originally went to Boston College, where he played 2 seasons before deciding Hawaii was going to be his home. The junior running back found success this past weekend with 2 receiving touchdowns. How about a big hand for Cam Barfield? Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is going to be fun because I've got a bunch of questions for you. First of all, there was a text here that asked if you're related to somebody that played in the Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I think he's on my father's side of the family. So
yep, because they're saying he was a Barfield.
Yes, sir. He played for the Yankees, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Mark, do you know who that is? Nope. Okay, because we're Mark knows Yankees in and out all the way back to Yeah, he said Yankees.
Yeah, he played for the Yankees.
We'll look him up. Okay, but so because somebody definitely thinks that you're related, and so yes, that answer is yes, he's related to somebody who played. Okay, you've been the workhorse for this football team, right alongside Landon Sims. You did a very good job this last week against Portland State. What has this season been like for you? Your second as a Rainbow Warrior.
I just really can't thank anybody but God. You know, who doesn't want to play D1 football for a team and, you know, put their all out there for a team like Hawaii. So I can't thank nothing but God. But, you know, I pray for things like this. You know, I always want to have great games for my team, go out there and play for those guys. So whatever I can do, you know, to produce for these guys, I'm going to do.
Yeah, what is it like working alongside or behind or with Landon Sims?
Landon, I think he's one of the hardest worker on our team. So, you know, nothing but love for that guy. You know, he teaches me things, I teach him things. It's a great relationship we have, and we're a good 1-2 punch. I don't think a lot of people can stop us, but yeah, I love that guy.
We talked about the penalties just moments ago with Coach. That definitely has to change, but for the most part, the offense has done a pretty decent job of getting the job done.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but mistakes come and go. We're definitely getting better. That was our 4th game as a team, and we're trying to eliminate every unforced error. We're trying to play perfect game. We're trying to play the game pure. So we're just going to keep striving to be perfect.
What has been the best part of the offense so far, and what have you seen as far as the good stuff and the struggles?
The thing that's different about this year from last year is probably just when things go bad, adversity. We're coming back from adversity. We don't struggle with it anymore. We come back to the sideline after a turnover or after a bad drive or something like that, and we get together, we talk about it, and we go back out there and do our thing. So things like adversity is gonna happen. It's just how we push through it, and that's a lot. That's what's really different about this year from last year on this offense.
Okay, for the first time this season, the offense went turnover free. So you cleaned up one mess because the previous 3 games there were 8 turnovers. The penalties, obviously, we can continue to harp on that, but one thing was cleaned up, the turnovers. That always helps.
Yes, sir. That always helps. But, in practice, we even talked about how when we focus on one thing, we can't let the other things go. Mm-hmm. So since we got the turnovers down, we got to get the penalties down, all the rest of the stuff down. And hopefully, we don't turn over that ball anymore. So we want to be perfect in both things, and that's what we're striving for.
We just saw that. I heard a couple oohs on that play. In fact, up in the booth, Mark wanted to go down and fight because he thought that you got horse collared.
Yeah, I was really trying to cut back on those dudes and make a play. Yeah. And I got snatched from the back. I don't know if it was horse collar or not, but yeah.
Just know Big Mark has your back.
Hey, appreciate you.
What is it? We see running the ball against Sam Houston, Portland State. It really seems that you found your groove. Did you kind of feel that?
Yeah. Just that day, I was just probably feeling a little extra good that day. But our thing is to come out there and be in a groove as a whole offense. Yeah. And that game was just my game. To put it together and give those guys my effort. We just come to practice every day, work, and everything's starting to finally come together, and I can't wait, to go back out there with those guys.
Cam scored his first career touchdown as a Rainbow Warrior this past weekend. Oddly enough, he's a running back, and it was a receiving touchdown. First a 16-yarder, and then a 31-yarder later. Let me ask you this real quick. What were you thinking on this particular play since we're seeing it right now? You found the edge, and by the way, it was a nice run.
Yeah. So right there, we're running a screen. We're just trying to be the best actors we can coming out of that screen. Make everybody think it's pass. And, the whole offense executed it perfectly. Then you see Judah and James. Coming out of that screen looking for blocks. And, Judah leads up perfectly, and I just set up his block. And, touchdown from there.
Okay. You also had a diving into the end zone touchdown. This is it right here.
Yeah.
Did you know you had it?
Yeah, I knew
you were
I had
mad they didn't call it.
Yeah. I thought they were trying to play with me, but yeah, I knew I had it. I knew I had it.
We knew you had it too. Mark was saying that's a touchdown before they even went to the replay, and here's a better look at it. I'd like to credit Jaron, our guys on the sideline, Jaron and Jonathan, who just get fabulous shots. Sometimes the other guys miss it, not our guys. They got that shot for you. Just a great dive. And you crossed the plane. Your elbow didn't touch. That felt good, didn't it?
Yeah, it felt super good. That was my first one.
Yeah.
In a long time. So I just can't thank God enough. God's timing is perfect. So I think that's just a true testament to that.
So what are you thinking now headed into conference play? You know the rivalry. You've been here long enough to know that the Fresno State rivalry, and we're going to talk about some of the big games in the past. There's a lot of guys in the broadcast community that have forgotten about the early 90s They keep talking about the 99 game. We'll talk about that with Coach Timmy here in just a bit. But what about you thinking of going into conference play? I know there's a goal for it.
Yeah, I get jitters even thinking about it right now. Like I said in the interview earlier after the game, we got big goals this season. And, yeah, we're ready for that. And I think the team is ready for that. And the way we've been practicing lately is we're ready for everything. So, yeah, I just can't wait. I'm excited to see what we do.
Okay, so we've determined that he is related to a Major League Baseball. Did you play baseball?
No, I didn't play baseball growing up.
No?
Soccer, karate, if that's a sport. But,
No,
yeah, soccer, all that.
absolutely.
Dancing, stuff
Wow,
like
all
that.
things that make you a better football player.
Yeah.
No, seriously. I mean, I did everything except dancing.
Yeah, shout out to my pops.
There you go. All right, how about a big hand for Cam Barfield, and we wish him good luck this weekend against Fresno State. Go ahead and text in your questions, 808-296-1420. Next up, Mark Veneri is with Elijah Palmer, also from Bishop Gorman, but on the defensive side. This is the Timmy Chang Show.
This is the Timmy Chang Show, presented by ESPN Honolulu, K-High, and KHON2.
Welcome back to the Timmy Chang Show. Our next guest is another Bishop Gorman graduate, a consensus 3-star prospect and top 5 quarterback in Nevada who had offers from Vanderbilt, Michigan State, UNLV, a conference honorable mention in 2024, and has found his new home at Nickelback for the Bows and led the Bows in tackles in Hawaii's win over Portland State. Please welcome to the show Elijah Palmer. They call him Mr. EP, by the way. Mr. EP. Elijah, first and foremost, I know we were talking about this. Both of us cannot stand Fresno State. We were talking about that, by the way. And before I ask a couple of questions, Coach Timmy's going to do this on his research. I was watching Twitter today, and they were playing island music, and they were almost mocking the University of Hawaii and some of the things that they were doing in their antics out there. And I said, well, that's typical Fresno State, right, Elijah?
Yeah, I mean.
We'll save it for game day.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
There we go. That's a good answer. Well, you recorded your first interception of the year and the 4th of your career now. First quarter pick of John Kiave Sangapolutele. How did that feel?
It felt great. I mean, I've been trusting in the Lord, just allowing him to just try to work through me in any way possible. I've been searching for breakthrough, and that's why when I got that interception, I hit my knees and just gave him all the glory. Unfortunately, it was against my brother John. I love John, JKS. I mean, we came in together. He's been my brother since day one, and he will continue to be my brother. So always praying for him and for his success. I love that guy.
And now for you, it's kind of a home you found at the nickelback position. It's something that you felt comfortable. Obviously, coming in from cornerback position, now playing that nickel position. Tell us a little bit more about how you've kind of molded that for yourself.
I think Gorman just prepared me well in the sense of just knowing a defense in general. So when we had our nickel packages up there, I would play the nickel. And so when I got here, it was just I had coaches and guys around me that weren't selfish about anything. They came and helped me, like Peter Manuma, Kilinahe, Matangi, guys like that just came in and stepped up. And McConnell Meyer, we're in the same room, but that's my brother for life. So, I mean, it was no selfishness about it. So they helped me, and, man.
In everything.
Everything, really.
Well, your connection with Bishop Gorman has been with Coach Chris Brown, and he and Coach Timmy came to recruit you. What was that like? I mean, you got a lot of Bishop Gorman guys here, but having him in the room, you chose Hawaii over the likes of Michigan State, the UNLVs. What made you pick Hawaii and call this home?
It was kind of bittersweet when Coach Brown left Gorman because he left right before my senior year. So it was one of those things we were all sad at first, but obviously he had to come out here and just come back home with his teammate. So when they came and started recruiting me, it was really a no-brainer for me. My grandparents always told me, like, get out of the city, go explore, go do something. And when this opportunity came, it was just a blessing in disguise. I didn't even realize how much of a man Hawaii has molded me into. Now I'm a firm believer in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, being out here, and I have a coaching staff that's a firm believer as well. So, man, it's done great things.
And you've done both great things on the field and off the field. You help out with the YIP program. I know you've helped my son too, who's over there.
Let's go.
you were his coach. You also got married too as well. So
yes.
Big congratulations to you as well. So she's the boss, right? Yeah, she's the boss. We know that. But it's helped you on the field. Obviously, you have everything centered. You recorded 4 tackles against Stanford. You've been all over the place. Tell us a little bit more about that.
It's a team effort. I tell the guys every time it starts with the dudes up front. They make our job on the back end easier, and then I have the guys, Jemiah Otis right next to me. That's one of my Gorman brothers. He's been my brother since day one. I mean, since 8th grade we've been at it. So to play next to him is just it's really a blessing. It's a dream, honestly. And just guys behind me, veterans like Peter, Nahe, it's those dudes last year. So I told them from the jump, like, hey, it's my mission to help y'all get to the league. I mean, that's a right. Dream we all want, and you guys are in position. So that whatever I can do to help y'all, I'm going to do. So it's just been great to have guys around me that support me, and I also support them.
And just being the ultimate team player, because I always see you around the guys. I always see you hyping everybody up. You had 3 tackles against Arizona, 3 more against Sam Houston. You continue to be around the football. Is that a product of what Coach Dennis Thurman has you in and playing the nickel and being around the football quite a bit?
Oh, yes, sir. Coach DT and Coach Locke. I mean, if you're loafing, if you're not a guy that's around the ball or not even finishing in the frame, I mean, you're a traitor. You're playing for that other team. So that's something that we pride as a defense. And I take that real personal because effort, honestly, is what got me here. Making plays is what got me here. So I'm going to continue to do that.
Now, for you, this is something that we have to bring up. Me and my brother, we had to talk about this. You've worn a bunch of numbers that started with 28, then it went to 9, and now you're number 4. So what is the deal with all these switching of the numbers? Like, is there something that goes along with it? Like, and you're finally set on 4. I thought you were set on 9. You were doing good in NCAA for me on number 9, and now we're on number 4. So what's the deal?
So 4 is my number coming out of high school. Cam Stone was wearing it at the time when I came in, or he's wearing 0, so 4 is open, but I didn't feel worthy enough yet. I feel like I had to prove myself a little more before I asked for the number 4. So Cam ended up going back to it. 28 was a great number. I mean, that was just the first number I wore in college. 9, something happened behind the scenes, and one of my brothers wanted the number that I already had, but I'm a team player, so shoot, it's no stress about it. And so once 4 came around, man, that's my number. So
who's 4 to you? What is, the significant? There's obviously significance to number 4, but what makes it number 4 that makes you, like, you're the off the field guy, but when you put on number 4, what is that to you?
It's a different mode. I mean, majority of it is just that every great player has an alternate personality, and I'm humble about everything. So my main thing is when I put on that jersey, is to glorify my Lord and Savior, and to be a supporter, a teammate first, to serve the guys around me. So I mean, that's really what it is, and obviously to make plays, we like to win.
Of course, right? Now, talk about Fresno State. We got a big one. There's a rich history and rivalry, which we will talk with Coach Timmy and my brother, and I've given you a little bit background just sitting there as well. There's a rich history. I mean, we were there when the 1-point victory last year. It's exciting football, obviously, going into the dog pound, but them coming here, how are you going to get it done come Saturday night?
Come Saturday night, I mean, we just got to play complementary football. When the offense does good, the defense has to do good. When special teams does good, the offense has to do good, and vice versa. I mean, we just have to play our brand of football, and the brand that you Hawaii fans know, and that's to be dominant, to be ruthless, to not care who's on the field, who's across that line, friend or foe. We're coming for them. So I mean, it's just one of those things. We take pride in this state and the community. We need you guys out there. We need you guys' support. Get that TC Ching Stadium loud, man. We need y'all. So yeah, it's time to go.
We're gonna save those comments, right? With the Fresno State, we were talking about. Do you know a little bit about the rich history of Fresno State? Do you know about the screwdriver? Do you know a little bit about Coach Timmy Chang, couple comeback wins? You know, all of that comes with it.
Yeah, we have some knowledge of it. I mean, I've seen some clips of Coach Chang throwing a touchdown and then talking his little stuff. So I mean, we know there's some rich history, and I mean, it trickles down to us. I'm beyond pumped up for this game.
And from what I've been told, when we were talking about this, it is all black. So it's a different mode for all blacks, right?
Oh, yeah. It's time to go when that all black comes.
It's time to go. Elijah Palmer, everybody. Big round of applause for EP. He'll be ready for Fresno State come Saturday night. Up next, John and Coach are back. We will talk Hawaii's first conference game and rivalry game against Fresno State. All that when we return on the Timmy Chang Show.
This is the Timmy Chang Show, presented by ESPN Honolulu, K-High, and KHON2.
All right, welcome back to the Timmy Chang, folks. We got Mark, Coach, and let's talk a little more Fresno. Saturday marks the 57th meeting between Hawaii and Fresno State in a series that began back in 1938. Fresno State is UH's longest-standing rival, and it marks the final meeting as conference members. Teams met for the 31 consecutive seasons from 1992 to 2022, all conference members dating back to the Western Athletic Conference back when I played, and before the streak was snapped into. So, Coach, you were 2-1 as a player, and you're 1-1 as a coach. What does Fresno State mean to you?
Oh, it's a big game. It's a game since, again, when I was playing with my brothers here in early 2000s, that you knew that you had to strap it on a little tighter, and you had to bite down on the mouthpiece a little harder, and you knew it was going to be that type of game. The physicality of the game, just the imposing each other's will on each team. The communities are really similar in some aspects of the fan base. Their fan base is probably one of the best environments that we go to in the Valley. And then when they come here, it's our fan base is one of the best, and it's very similar in those ways. But it's a great game. Every time we play, it's a fun. It was an exciting one last year. And so we look forward to this one being really fun.
Okay, can I real quick? I'm going to go through it, and I'm going to start with 1992.
Okay,
that's when I played.
Yep,
it's when Hawaii went to the Holiday Bowl and won the WAC championship. But to do that, Fresno State and Trent Dilfer had to beat San Diego State and Marshall Faulk. The Bows needed to beat the Dogs because we lost to the Aztecs. That all happened. It ended up being a WAC championship. We beat Illinois in the Holiday Bowl. Okay.
Can I just add to that, John?
Yeah.
Quarterback for Fresno State,
Trent Dilfer,
was the Trent Dilfer.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I think I said that, but I might have missed it.
No, you didn't.
Okay. So 1999 double overtime win. 2001 4-point win over 18th ranked Fresno State. 2003, folks, Timmy threw for 353 yards and 5 touchdowns. You were pretty good.
Thanks, John.
Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. 2007, Bows ranked 14th and 9-0 with a 37-30 win over Fresno. And in 2021, Bows beat Fresno State by 3. They were then 18th ranked. This is, I just wanted to say this because it has meant so much for so many years that this one is no different.
No doubt. And what EP's talking about, as before we went up there last year, we gave them a history, and we went through every game that we played up there that we won, and there were a few, I would say maybe about 5 or 6 years in there that we were able to go up there and still won, and then we ended up doing it last year, and then this year, just kind of showing them, some of the history and having Rob and Rich talk to the team via video, and it was really good to hear their perspective about the rivalry and what it means to the state and what it means to the Warriors and the alumni and what this game offers. And so it really is a big game in all aspects. I mean, but to have it here in our home and in our state for the last one, pretty exciting.
They come in 3-1, Coach, lost to Kansas, beat Georgia Southern, beat Oregon State, and then, for you, obviously.
And then they beat Southern University.
Yeah, they beat Southern University. What kind of strengths, weaknesses do they have that pose a problem for Saturday night?
Yeah, first of all, they're well coached. Their coach comes with a great resume, winning 2 FCS national championships. Their players, running backs, offensive line, quarterback, E.J. Warner, hit their skill positions on offense. They're pretty dynamic. They spread the ball all around the field. And then defensively, their front 7 really sound. I like their linebackers. They run around. Their defensive linemen, they hold their gaps to get up the field. And then, they got talent at corner and safety that that are really, really good. You can tell they're really well coached, a disciplined team. And so it's going to be it's going to be a really good battle, and our guys are excited for the challenge, and I know they're going to be excited for the challenge as well.
I'm not happy they're leaving the conference because I've loved the rivalry for so many years. I mean, it has been the rivalry. Before that, it was BYU. Then it became Fresno State. I mean, what rivalry is next? UNLV?
Yeah, I mean, there's I think there's 4 trophies on the line.
Yeah.
This year, with San Jose, UNLV, Wyoming, and Air Force next week, and so there's still teams out there, but yeah, I share the same sentiments about some of our fellow universities leaving conference.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I just want to remind everybody before we do that, though, don't miss the 10th annual ESPN Honolulu Sports and Food Fest presented by American Savings Bank and Hoku Legacy Holdings. It goes down Saturday, October 4th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Old Ross on Fort Street Mall. There's going to be tons of stuff. The public is invited. And Coach Timmy will talk a little bit more about that in our next segment. But how about a big hand for Mark Veneri?
That wasn't a big hand, though.
How about a bigger hand for Mark Veneri? That's right. You can catch us on Saturday on ESPN Honolulu, and we'll have each and every call for you. Mark does a fabulous job. Coach will be back with me here momentarily. This is the Timmy Chang Show.
This is the Timmy Chang Show, presented by ESPN Honolulu, K-High, and KHON2.
All right, back here at Ruby Tuesday, Moanalua. You can join us every Wednesday prior to a home game right here at 7 o'clock. Lots of good food, great drinks, good fun. Coach, we won't be doing this for a couple weeks because it'll be this week, then on the road, then a bye week, and then we'll be back after that. Just your final thoughts. What's it going to take to get a win against Fresno State?
Yeah, complete team game. EP talked about it, unforced errors. And, we want to make sure that, we're able to play a clean game and execute on all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
Perfect. And go Bows on that. Good luck this weekend. Real quick, I mentioned it just moments ago, but tell me a little bit more about the Sports Fest.
Yeah, the Sports Fest. Let's talk about your birthday. Happy birthday.
You guys. Oh, man, what? Thank you. Thank you. You got me. Okay.
There you go.
I think everyone here knows what that wish is.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Oh, what is going on here? You guys are killing me. Is this because I got you a couple years ago?
No, it's because you deserve it. You work really hard. Our
thank
community loves you. University of Hawaii loves you. KHON, ESPN Honolulu, we all love you, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother.
So, are you going to talk about the Sports Fest or no? Is that
No,
okay?
that was not on the agenda.
Oh, okay. All right. How much time do we have? I know it's warm in here, but I might be a little bit more red than normal. Okay, let's do this.
Let's go pick it.
Enjoy snacks. Wait, no, you're supposed to pick it.
Okay, you hold this.
Okay, I'll hold this.
Yep, here we go.
See how this works? It's a partnership. Thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate the birthday wishes.
All right. Can I read this one out?
Yes, absolutely. You read it out.
All right. This is my 9th grade religion teacher from St. Louis.
What?
Thela Katala.
Yay! Congratulations.
Absolutely love it. See, that's God doing his work.
I just want everybody to see that he didn't just pull that out. There are no names like that are visible. They're all folded up.
All right.
Congratulations. Awesome. This is courtesy of Enjoy Snacks, and it's the Grand Master Basket. This is awesome. Okay, Coach. Wow, I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it.
Man, we appreciate you.
We'll get you again.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
And thank you, Sherry. I'm pretty sure you didn't get the cake. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you didn't get the cake. She got the cake.
How do you know?
Did you get the cake? No, you didn't get the cake. Let's talk about this then real quick, because I know you got the boys here from Bishop Gorman, and it's so nice to have them. That's a good pipeline with Chris Brown and what you guys have been able to do with the Bishop Gorman. Your quarterback, your running back, your nickel back.
You know, it ties in, with Chris, right? Chris is a local boy that loves this place with all his heart, and he chose to come home with me, and we're on this journey together as well a lot of my other brothers on staff, but because he has that local boy mentality and that big heart, you see how big he is, and he's a big teddy bear, but the way he treats them young men at Bishop Gorman is the reason why. Right, and it all starts from his roots, and he would say it starts from his heavenly Father and his mother, who's with our Father, and she's proud of him, smiling down, but also too, his Kahalu roots, and so our program is rooted in the state. You're going to see its imprint all over, but when special young men like EP, like Cam Barfield, like Jemai, brother, Micah coming home, it's all part of our story and our journey together. And so, God doesn't make mistakes, and I believe those boys are here for a reason, and that's why it's special.
Yeah, and there continues to be that pipeline bringing Chad over. It's just a great school, and that pipeline continues. You have some great coaches, Jared. So there's a ton of guys that have that connection with the local coaches, with coaches across the country. Yeah. Hawaii is a destination spot, folks, especially for football, and you'll see that Saturday.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of fun, and we just really look forward to the fans packing that place. Our boys get really excited when you guys are all out there, and they play for the state, man. They lay it down for you guys, so come and have some fun with us.
We have a few more seconds. This was who now? Your 9th grade
English religion teacher.
Let's go ahead and bring her up and find out just what kind of a student Timmy Chang. She's actually going to come up. You're not going to make it up here in time, I don't think, but we want to thank everybody that makes this possible. It's right there on the bottom of your screen. Thank you, everybody, for showing up here. Thank you for my birthday wishes. We really appreciate it. The one thing I want to say is everybody can join me. Ready? Go Bows. And beat them dogs. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. We'll see you at the next Timmy Chang Show.